sound effect.
Just shoot the shit and letting
It's in the song. It is. Yeah.
Let's go.
First time I've heard
It's
it.
time for Heartland Radio. All right, boys. Good show, man.
We will. Here we go. Welcome to Heartland Radio 2.0. We're in Indianapolis, Indiana, in the MyBookie.ag studio. It's not just important who you're betting on. It's even, I would say, more important who you're betting with.
Yeah.
You gotta have trust in the people that are dealing with your money. We trust MyBookie.
Trust.
Don't use anybody else. Go to mybookie.ag right now. Enter the promo code Heartland. Get a 50% match in your first deposit up to $1,000.
That's pretty good.
A lot of weight loss challenge bets on there. A lot
of good ones.
of bets.
You know what's awesome? If you don't want to go into MyBookie, because sometimes people don't always write down their bets. They don't remember what they have.
Right?
Oh, I never do.
There's this app that syncs with MyBookie. So when you place a bet in MyBookie, it goes directly into this app, and then all your picks just show up right on the phone.
Game changer.
So beautiful.
Yeah, it's called the Action Network.
Oh.
And the Action Network
I
app.
love it.
To get that, all you need to go is actionnetwork.com/Pat. Or you go, they're on the Apple, the iTunes store too, the Action Network app. So what you do here is you put your bets in, then it tracks them. Green dots mean you're winning, red dots mean you're losing. Not only just a tracking app, you also have prop contests. We have a $1,000 prop contest this weekend for
go.
the division round of NFL football.
It's Pats.
To the listeners, by the way, you guys blew that contest out of the water last weekend, so we're
Huge.
doing it again. They're giving away
Nice.
another $1,000 in a prop contest.
Well,
There we
come
go.
on, let's go.
Yep, the actionnetwork.com/Pat. I think it takes you right to the prop contest, I believe.
That's right there.
Also, on there is like thousands of articles every day about who you should take, who you should bet on, a bunch of betting information, who the sharps are on, where the money's going.
Yep.
Dude, when you see the game and you hit the game, it has exactly where all the sharp money's going and
Percentages.
how many experts are picking which
What
team.
does sharp money mean?
The sharks in Vegas, the sharp money, the wise guys, who they're betting on. So
The
who
people who make money off of betting.
Yes.
who their professional job is to bet. That's where the money is. So that's they show you where that is. So if you want to ride with the sharks, ride with the sharps. That's who you go.
Is it shark or sharp?
The sharp
Both.
sharks.
It's both.
Sharp sharks.
Wise guys, sharps. It's all.
Can't
It's all
look
the
'em in
same.
the eye,
No, you can't. You
No.
can't. And that's actionnetwork.com/Pat.
All aboard.
Zito, I'm going to say today, you look a little down. You look a little like
Can I get an amen?
you've been very, very quiet today.
Nick said the worst mood he's ever seen Zito in.
I would agree. I've been looking at him off and on all day.
The hunger's taking hold.
Yeah, Todd,
It's starting
Is
to
it
set
starting
in.
to get to you? Be honest.
You told me I have a disease earlier. I don't know what the disease was again.
You're looking jaundiced. Yeah.
He is.
I
Now you
don't know
mention
what
it.
Oh, I
that
thought it was
means.
lupus.
Kinda
It means-
yellow eyes?
Yeah, you got a yellowish complexion going on. It could mean that you're experiencing liver failure. I don't know.
It's a lack of
The
nutrients.
the guy from Never Back Down had yellow eyes.
Good point.
Can't argue that.
Yeah.
I can't argue that.
Genius.
He's in good shape.
I just want to know, are you okay? Are you feeling all right?
I'm good.
Okay.
Are you? Because you said earlier that it was finally starting to get to you and you don't have energy.
Zito's playing this.
Be honest,
I'm
Zito,
doing
this
all
is-
right.
This is an honest show.
Hey, on a show, PMI Live Lounge, all the contestants talk about the mental strain that this diet is. I think if we ever do this again, we can't have 4 people. It has to be 2 people. You know what I mean? It has to be 2 people. We can't have half the office going through this mental
I'm okay.
warfare. I think the energy too a little bit on you. I think yesterday you even talked about it a little bit in PMI
Yesterday
Live
was
Lounge.
a bad weigh-in day.
a
Today I
mental-
got on the scale and it was okay.
Diggs, right before this, you just told me you're going to pass out. What do you mean?
No,
what are you fucking talking about?
I drank the greens and now I'm okay.
He did. He's got like an emergency pack over there.
Yeah. So
When
right
he gets
before the
to that
show,
level.
you got to make sure this is our job.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you're fine for the show. So I drank my emergency greens pack. Here we are.
I'm
We're
on
good
my
to go.
10th cup of coffee. That's all I had six little niblets of beef jerky and 2 strawberries
Just like we drew it up.
and 10 cups of coffee.
Just like we drew it
It's
up.
working, guys. I want to right now. We got to talk about this because Evan and I got to sit in on something that Pat had going on all day today,
Not you, Ty.
and
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Ty was
oh,
there.
Ty,
Wait, oh, fuck.
I forgot Ty was recording. Duh.
Yeah, he had to-
Surprise, motherfucker.
exactly.
So this was probably one of the most educational days for me.
Yep.
Like I had not seen this before, and I want to give away specifics on the product or the brand. Let's just know there's a very large company that came in today, And it was part of a negotiation with Pat about doing a voiceover for an animation promotion for them.
Yeah.
It's going to be a cartoon
Yes.
promoting their product.
And one of my stand-up stories.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you end up doing 2 for them.
It's tough though. Well,
You only did 2 stories?
3. We did 3, but
Yeah.
there's only 2 that they deemed acceptable.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm telling you, these very nice humans, by the way.
Those guys were great.
They've been tasked with a tough job though. So they had to represent the company, some from LA, some from New York, some from Philly. There was a lot of people that flew to Indianapolis today for this. And the job is for them to get the stories from me without their legal department having any problems.
Right.
So my stand-up stories, from what I've learned today, I think
Right.
we learned today,
Yes.
are what we like to call a legal nightmare.
Yes.
There were...
Why?
'Cause I don't know, the
There's
first...
so many things that when you're a large
Names.
company like that, you have to worry about. For one, other people's names, because
Can't say
you
it.
would have to get authorization. from them.
Gambling?
Gambling was a question mark. We were sitting in that there was a gambling discussion for 20, 30 minutes on whether or not
A
it was
lot
okay.
of phone calls were made to
A lot,
check on
a
that.
lot of phone calls.
Team names.
Team names, anything that would even make you think of something. There was a lot of handcuffs, let's say, and I don't work great with scripts or like working things in a certain
You don't
direct.
read the script. Script reads you.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. So I would get in there for the story, and we'd get almost home, and I would rattle off in one sentence 3 things that are like, yep, go for it. Can't. I'm like, that was so close.
Without missing a beat, just be like, oh, shit, that's not going to work,
Yeah.
is it?
I mean, imagine that you had to say store instead of Walmart over and over and
Here's
over
the
and over
thing.
and over.
Also, because these stories are in your head, implanted in your head, because you've told them on stage.
All right,
Like,
well, not
and
even-
he lived them.
And
Yeah,
not
those are
even
real
that.
stories.
So as I'm telling the story, and I've always said this, when I do stand up, I'm not a stand up comedian. I don't view myself as a stand up comedian because I can't do the same stories over and over and over again. Whenever I say them, it's like a celebration. I just want to let it out. Here, let's have a good time. But when I'm telling the story, which I assume most storytellers do, in my head, I am walking through the actual story.
Right.
So in my head, I'm walking through the story, and I might as well be there. Like I might as well be there in my brain. I'm looking to my right. I'm seeing the room that I'm in. I'm giving the little details because whenever I'm in a situation that I know is probably going to be a stand-up story, I start looking around and like screenshotting almost. Like I'm like, all right, remember that, remember that. So then when I'm telling the story again, I put myself back into the scene so I can tell it. That is a large part of my stand-up stories is basically the recalling of the things that I'm seeing. Couldn't mention damn near anything that I was seeing, but also had to sub out the names of the things that I was seeing for other words.
that would be clearly identifiable enough to let you know who he's talking about.
yeah.
What a
And the
challenge.
store, clearly about the store and shit like that, right?
I've never been more disappointed with my brain than today. And I'm being serious when I say that. Because I would get going. Normally I can figure things out pretty quick. Normally I can get it going. I can have a little conversation with my brain like, hey, let's do this. This one is very difficult for me. Today was very difficult for me because I'm just telling these stories. The first time I run through, I'm like, all right, nailed it. And then they're like, okay, we took a couple notes here. So this can't obviously this, and this. So maybe we just go from here to here. We have to stop there, but we can't say that. So, there we go. So in my brain, I'm just like constructing this whole new outline of a situation in my head. It was a wild scene.
So,
in
all
there.
right, so let's say, here's why I was sweating, because I could feel everything Pat was feeling. Because I'm also a comedian. I was like,
Congratulations, man.
Well, I just mean, good job. I was so easy for me to put myself in his shoes at that moment because I was like, what if right now they were paying me to tell my Chase story, but they were like, you can't say meth, right? But you substitute it with the word that lets everybody know you're talking about meth. I'm like,
Breaking
God,
Bad.
dude.
I was.
Yeah.
Oh, can't say Breaking Bad
Yeah.
though, because that's a movie.
That's
So now
trademark.
we got to say Jesse from Breaking Bad. So it's like I felt like when I used to watch Peyton Manning.
Can't say that, Pat.
Exactly. But when I used to watch The Sheriff Number 18, Papa John's Pizza. When I used to watch him and Curtis Painter figure out the code words for things, and they had like 45 different code words for like 10 different things, so 5 per. That's what it was basically. And I had to get to like the 4th code word that we just established in the middle of a 5-10 minute story. It was. I learned a lot about me today.
They seemed happy when they were leaving.
Oh, they were
Number
excited.
2, I heard whatever this is coming out for, the company for it is, that it's a great product.
I'll tell you what. I don't know what they're going to do with those stories. I don't know how they're going to work them in there. But the product is going to be a game changer, I think, honestly.
The stories are going to be awesome, too, because we were able to figure it out. But here was the kicker. Now, after Pat began to master, circumventing the legal stuff, then he was being too detailed. And as a comedian, your job is to paint the picture for the audience. So his brain has been trained all these years to be as detailed as possible
That's
so
my
they can
stand-up style.
visually see what he's seeing, right? And now they're like, wait a minute. We're animating it. The animation is going to sell that punchline, so you can't say what's going on in the animation.
It was tough.
Well, it's actually good, though, that you were detailed, because then the animator knows exactly what's put in there around.
By the way, which is exactly what
That's why it's going to crush.
That's exactly what they said.
They can just look at that, and now that it's going to be so easy to animate.
They very much knew, though, that I was going to struggle with this. I assume they've been a part of this type of thing before. And when they came in and they sent the production schedule or whatever, they're like, yeah, let's you'll knock it out probably quicker than this, but we do think there's going to be some hurdles. And I was almost like, a hurdle? Like, bro, I've told these stories before. I just fucking hammer these things out. And then they get in there, and that's when they're like, yeah, we love what you're doing. If it was just us, we would say yes. But there's a lot of laws that we have to abide by. And I'm like, son of a fucking bitch. That's what happens, though, when you get the bigger companies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be good.
Oh, it's going to be great.
I think it's going to be
There's
good.
the two stories that are just going to be a phenomenal cartoon.
I was disappointed in me, though.
That's so hard. That's a challenge, man.
It felt like I was back in school again.
How long are they going to take to animate it? Or do they have like a sweatshop full of animators?
It's interesting you say that. I'm not sure. I didn't follow up with that. I didn't want to know about the sweatshop.
We know how long it apparently takes. Apparently it's going to take 3 years for those to come out.
A minute a month. Takes a month to do 1 minute of animation, we've learned.
Yeah. So
Well,
I
that
don't
makes
know
sense,
how
'cause
they
it
speed
seems
it up.
more like of a summer product.
I know. They're saying pretty soon. They're saying,
I think it rolls out 225.
yeah, I do
Okay.
believe February 25th it
so
rolls.
they're going to knock it out
Maybe
very
that's the date
quickly.
then.
Let's
somehow.
go.
Yeah, they got a sweatshop then.
So I'm assuming there may be 10 animators to do this at once. I don't know.
Figurative.
A figurative
A
sweatshop.
figurative one with
Yeah.
animators who are paid multiple salaries a year.
Let's say
That are
a
legal wage.
hustle
Legal.
shop where people work very hard.
Hustle shop.
That's, by the way,
They might be wearing sweats.
that is exactly what would have had to happen right there. Let's go with hustle shop. Okay, all right. So start back at the beginning. Let's get to the hustle shop 4 minutes in. Remember that. All right. But it's going to be, I'm very, very, very excited.
Yeah, you should be.
It's,
It's
I'm
gonna be
eager
great.
for it. I'm eager for that one to hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a good partnership for us.
Oh, yeah.
This particular company is a good partnership
fit.
for us.
Good
Hey, you
fit
missed
for
it.
us.
Where's from? One of the suits.
Who? The one guy.
Oh,
you're talking about the one guy.
The one
with
guy
with the shirt
who comes on. You guys are in here. There's a knock at the door. I'm done with answering the door. As you know, I let in the wrong people all the time. So I'm thinking it's another ad executive coming in here for Pat's run. He knocks on the door. I open up. Hey, how you doing? He's like, hey, is Gorm's here? I'm like, yeah, that's me. And he's like, you owe me $100, dude. I've been following you on bro bets. And then I come to find out he is with the ad agency and stuff. So he's following me. So I'm thinking, oh shit, they're in there. I'm getting a guy coming after me for $100. But at the same time, he's the guy who's coming in here. I was like, this is not starting well. This is not a good way to start.
He texted me. He texted me last night and told me that he wanted to have a word with you. I didn't know why. And now it's found out because on Bro Bets, you guys have been leading people astray.
No, not really.
No, this motherfucker.
No.
This is on him. He played the one loser of the entire night. Gorms gave out 4 winners and 1 loser, and the guy played the 1 loser. You can't come at Gorman for that.
It was a good day, though.
The good thing about this business is you go through a day like that, and it's like you just got a college education in 8 hours. Because the next voiceover job is going to be so much easier now for us to prepare for it.
I hope so.
Was there a lot of breaks?
Hopefully.
You know, like take a break and then go back to the story?
No.
The amount of talking about what can be said and what can't be said took up. I mean, we're in here for 6 hours. Todd had 6 coffees because he was sitting in here. Todd would leave and come back with a fresh cup, and then he had a spitter. Todd was like double fisting the whole time, and I'd be looking at Todd in the middle of it, and there were some things I was like stumped on. I'm like, well, I don't know how I tell that without saying anything, and then Todd would be like, so you're telling me he can't say? They would be like, yeah. I was, okay. I was like, thank you, Todd.
He was like your lawyer?
Yeah, it was almost like Todd was my lawyer. It was
Quite the experience.
It was.
It's a great company, great product. It's
and the
gonna be a
people
fantastic promotion.
They knew what was going to happen, though. That's why they said it. But they were good peeps.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Not
people.
bad at dog either.
Yeah, they
Pretty
fucking
decent
won
dog
the
player.
game.
Beginner's luck, but yeah.
Dude, just right off the bat, boom, nails it. I'm like, damn it.
Hey, back to back.
Go, you're great at dog? Great. I'm not. And I've
won
done
it-
it 100 times.
They won $100 off of the office on their way out on Degenerate Office Golf. We learned a lot about each other, though. They're a talented group of people. Room was filled, though, with people just letting me know that the words coming out of my mouth, although they enjoyed them, would be very expensive for a company. That was kind of what it got to. They were like, yeah, but you can't. I was like, yeah, fuck, we're 5 hours into this. I should have known that. A good day. I'm excited for it. Todd, thanks for sitting in there with me, too. It was a battle in there. Ty, you as well. Ty was just sitting behind the glass with these headphones on, just looking like he was going to die because he was up probably till 5 a.m. editing the goddamn podcast. Appreciate you guys.
Oh,
good
man.
day.
No, I love shit like that, you know? It's always good to learn something you didn't know.
That's what I
Makes it
say.
better.
It's always good.
No matter what it is.
I say you learn something new every day.
Yeah. I don't know how long I've been on this planet and never knew that hot sauce could be good for you.
Oh,
yeah, you're right.
And not fatten you up. I
Yeah.
always thought, well, it's delicious. I love hot sauce, but there's too many calories
Exactly.
and carbs in there. I was wrong. Fuego Box got a whole line that's 5 calories or less per serving.
Wow. And it's delicious.
It's saving us in the weight loss challenge. We put it on
really
everything.
is. It really
it's
is.
the only way we get flavor. Everybody at home, if you're trying to cut back on your carbs and your calories and you're trying
Anything.
to get a little healthier in life, but you're lacking flavor in doing so, get you some Fuego Box. There's a great selection on there. If you go to fuegobox.com McAfee, you get 10% off all the sauces we're talking about. All these sauces that we're using, they're right in that package, and you get 10% off
deal.
if you go to fuegobox.com/McAfee. I can't sell it enough. I mean, it is. They're my favorite hot sauce, and I don't care that
he's
it's
not
zero.
lying. Like, he's literally not lying.
And I don't care that it's 0 calories, 0 carb. When I'm not caring about that anymore, I'm going to keep eating those flavors. It's going to be on all my shit.
Fuego fire.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Gorman, do you want to say it?
Hot sauce.
Wait, what is Fuego?
On fire, yeah. It's a hot.
Okay.
He's got a new thing now. He does the hot
Oh,
sauce.
he doesn't do the corny. Fuego means hot.
I like the new thing.
Yeah, I like that better.
All right, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
We'll hate it a week.
Say it again.
Hot sauce.
Sizz.
So you go ahead and piggyback on it. We'll do it together.
Okay. Hot sauce. Sizz. Got it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like for the troop.
We're a team here.
Yeah, for the troop.
One more time. Hot sauce.
Sizz. Troop.
You can't say sizz. Can you use something else other than sizz at the end? Hot sauce.
You can be hot sauced.
That was the meeting. That was 6 hours today.
Yes.
That was the meeting.
We're afraid that unattractive women are going to get offended by the word hot. Can you come up with something before sauces?
Flame. It was awesome, man.
Yeah,
It was
great.
and Fuego Box is the truth.
Oh, dude. They're great.
Because I know that hot sauces exist, right? You got, like the Franks and all that
Yeah.
shit. But hot sauces have a lot more than that. Sizz.
Dude, and any other product, when they give you something that's reduced in calories and carbs or whatever, it's always shitty.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it doesn't taste good.
Yeah, like Coke. Oh, they gave us Coke Zero. Yeah, tastes like ass water. You know what I mean?
Coca blood.
Sizz.
So this would be like if Coke said, "Hey, we got a new product. It's called Coke Zero, and it tastes just like Coke."
Which is
That
what
would
they
be
say.
revolutionary.
Which is what they say.
That's what
by
they
the
try
way.
to tell you. Not
And
the
it's
truth.
never the
Fuego
truth.
box, changing the game.
The Fuego box.
Hey, that's enough.
It's-
Truth.
Dead's dead. Dead's dead.
That's
This
enough.
is dead. Flago means hot. Dead. Sucks like dead.
No, I think Suckside is very well alive. Suckside is very much alive, my friend.
What a great.
I'll never call it anything but Suckside for the rest of my
Why
life.
would you?
It's impossible.
Oh, God, it's so
I
good.
love it how everybody's calling out me on social media that I'm the guy, I'm the porno head here. Yeah,
Sucks
they're
like
like,
they
yeah,
know.
I
They know who
I'm the
it
guy
is.
that's
They
like,
know,
eh,
trust me.
you're fucking yourself at work, and
Well, you're 60 years old and you're not married. I mean, sis.
I do. I don't mean anything by this. I do find it very surprising that because of your acting career that you never once strayed.
What acting?
Into porn.
It went to it did porn.
That's what he's
I can't
saying.
believe you didn't try porn one time.
Like there wasn't like a
started
slow
out.
period where
Yeah, maybe in between you're like, it's been a year and a half or so. I haven't gotten a movie.
Right after Dark
Yeah,
All
Waters
right,
too.
all
All
right,
right, I'll
all
go.
right, all right.
Have you
all right.
ever-
All right. I'll give you my stage name.
at
for
least
that.
softcore.
It was Skinamax.
You did a Skinamax
No
flick?
shit.
And if you IMDb my
You're not
name,
pulling a Zito
you
here?
can pull it up.
Skinamax.
Gorman, are you
ti-
kidding me?
Oh, why not?
You
What
did,
the hell?
You did soft porn.
I hired
Hey,
a
you don't just
porn-
walk into sci-fi.
What
You
is
got to
it?
do
Type
something
this
before.
in.
Yep.
Fucking got me
Motherfucker.
bigger than shit.
Motherfucker.
I found out
Damn
something
it.
else wild about. I don't know if
hate
he's going
you
to tell it or
so
if he wants to
much.
save it.
Oh Christ! What, Nick?
The MTV stint. You're not going to talk about that?
Yeah.
I don't need to talk about that.
What were you, a VJ? Did they not teach you how to speak into a fucking microphone?
I just get disheveled when Nick speaks. No, I had a working audition at MTV in 1999. So I had a month on MTV at night, and I was 12 to 7.
Really?
So I had a month. That was me.
In
12
the height?
Overnights.
eye.
12 to 7. So they're like, hey, we'll give you a month. Go out there. And I was up against an actor named Eric Palladino, who's still out there doing his thing. So it was me and Palladino. I went the first month. He went the second month. I filmed all my month in 8 days. So they're like, hey, you're in New York for a month. First 8
Eric
days.
Palladino's had a much more successful career than you.
You're like the other guy who started off co-hosting American Idol. The other guy other than Seacrest.
Well, I don't know.
He had to
but-
compete for that.
Palladino.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's
Hey, Palladino got the gig. I didn't. So, but I did
Makes
spend
sense.
a month.
Oh, he was on ER.
Oh yeah, he's been in a lot. Eric Palladino's he's a legit.
Palladino isn't palling around with billionaires, though.
That's true. You ended up all right.
He might be though.
But it is surprising that Gorman didn't do more than Skinamax.
Maybe I did.
It is.
I'm not giving stage names out. Maybe I did.
We had a friend.
Oh, I know him from Suits. That's where I know.
We had a friend in our high school who was in a gambling debt. All of a sudden, turned up in a homosexual porno, and he made a quick $6,000. I think got out of debt, moved out of town.
Well, you know what the alternative was?
Well, I'm just saying that kid went.
Dead.
That kid went to Hollywood, I think, to do that. You were in there. You were entrenched in there with all that opportunity to make a lot of money. Just go ahead and do your thing, and you resisted. That says a lot about you and the parenting job that has really molded you as a person.
Oh God, I was in mountains of cocaine back then. I couldn't work. For God's sakes, I was a mess. I was a puddle. Jesus.
You'd be a good pizza guy.
Hey, when you first got into cocaine,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
how did that occur? I assume because you were a Midwest kid, right?
Hysterical.
And you moved out there for the purpose of becoming an actor.
By the way, Eric
so
Palladino's
you went out
wife.
there probably bright-eyed,
But
kind
I
of
also was
innocent.
I was also
Great.
on the road with the rock band before that, during that. So that's where I got coke introduced to me.
Oh,
Wait,
well,
rock
yeah.
stars do drugs?
Yeah.
Hey, that was back in the day when it was the thing, right?
Yes.
I mean, we watch documentaries of back in the day. Dan Marino, they talk about Dan Marino doing cocaine. Like, yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it used to be everywhere,
That
right?
was the days.
That was the thing.
Like you're not going to not do cocaine when you're touring
Everywhere.
with-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then not only that, people throwing you stuff. Hey man, hey, here's this, there's that, there's that. You know,
Yeah.
so it was everywhere. But the first time I did it, the bus driver's name was Don Register. Obviously, his nickname was everybody called him Cash.
Yeah.
By the way, can't say that name and can't say that. just if you're going to get into a story here, we can't say this name and we can't say Cash
That's a
either.
fake mustache.
So Cash Register, by the way, a dear friend, no longer with us. Somebody, I can't do it.
State.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, thank you. So I walk on the bus. The band's on stage. I walk on the bus for something, and he's on there with a groupie,
Yep.
and they're laying out rails.
The bus driver gets groupies?
on the in the
Everybody
bus.
gets groupies.
In the bus. And I'm like, oh, sorry, guys, didn't mean to interrupt. And he called me Chopper for some reason. He'd be like, hey, Chopper Bopper, how you doing there, buddy? He's a good old boy. He'd say, hey, Chopper Bopper, put your sniffer on this thing here if you want some. And I was like, yeah, why not? I've heard about it and stuff. And people have said, hey, dude, kind of know your personality. It's really not for you. You're not going to do well on it. And I'm like, okay, let me give it a shot. I'm like, that's pretty good. I'll see you in 15 minutes. So I'm sprinting around. It was in Arizona. I remembered I'm sprinting around the rest of the night. People are like, dude, you all right? And I'm like, I'm great, man. I am so freaking good. Anybody see Cash? Where is he? So that's what started it.
Picking up passes. You want VIP? Meet and greet. Come on, new guitar.
Just running around, big smile on my face, loving it. Fast forward about 5 years, I'm watching the sunrise, cleaning off the mirror, going, God, I hate myself, my life. You fucking asshole. Look at you. You're the worst. Look at you. Mom and dad called, family called. How's things going in California? Oh, they're great. They're wonderful. I got guys after me for money, and I'm snorting coke every day. Love it.
Hey, but you're good now. You're good
all
now.
the best. All the best. We're okay.
It's a minor setback, Gorms. It's a minor setback.
Hey, man, I'm proud of you. Not a lot of people can get out of that.
Hey, you did. Turn the corner.
Not a lot of people can get out of that. Oh, shit. Imagine all the shit he got done in those 5 years.
I couldn't even imagine.
Think about him now, just fucking on some Black Buffalo and some coffee. He's wide open.
There might be you might have a porn out there. You just don't remember it.
That's true, man. That's true.
That's true. Yeah. Me and cash register.
Hey, Chopper Bopper.
So AJ Hawk, I guess his dad calls everybody Chopper.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he calls everybody Chopper. I guess that's an old school nickname. I'd assume that's an old school hill jack nickname.
I kind of liked it, especially on coke. I was like, yeah, I'm all chopped up here. I get it. Where's Cash?
You're definitely a chopper of the lines.
Proud of you getting out of there, man.
I did.
I'm kind of jealous in a way that I missed that era somehow. Well, I wasn't in the industry, obviously, so like you were, but to hear the stories of comedians back in the late 80s or whatever, and because they would just tell these amazing stories of there would be coke just laid out in the green room of every big comedy club.
Yeah, but their noses are also falling off today.
Yeah. And knowing you,
Artie had to get a new
Lang.
like Gorm said about people warning him about his personality,
do it.
I think it's a good thing you missed out on
It's
that.
a very good thing. I got this buddy. His name's Rich Voss. And
he roasted me at a comedy show one time.
yes.
I was sitting there with my girlfriend and a couple of her friends. He called us the Breakfast Club. We were in college. He just buried us in front of everybody.
Everybody laugh?
Oh, yeah.
That's why, he's one of those guys, the East Coast guys that just tear people down in the crowd or whatever. And it's fucking hilarious. But he's old school. He came up with Rogan and all those guys. His buddy was with them. And he told this story to us on a podcast, and then it was repeated on Rogan's podcast, so I don't feel bad about sharing it. But he was telling us a story back when his crack day. He was really into crack. And he was he would just hustle shows, and then
Old fucking
Yeah.
Steve McGee over there.
judging.
I just cringed, man. Oh,
So he would get right done with a gig, and he would be like, "We got to go get crack," right? He was just hustling gigs just to pay for crack for a while. So he had an MC. He was headlining, him and another comic were on the show, and they had this young MC. They made the MC drive them to a crack house in the hood to go, and this is the frillest looking, as he described them, frillest looking, whitest bread new comic you could ever expect to be in this position. And we put him in that position. We go inside this crack house, and he sits in the car in the hood, and we just have a time. So he's left in this car for 4 hours or whatever, scared out of his fucking mind.
So
right?
they got Vibert driving a car.
Yes, like a guy, just like how he
Gotcha,
described you.
got it.
And then, I was like, he didn't tell us the guy's name, right? So then I'm listening to the WTF podcast with Mark Maron, and David Spade's on there, and they're talking about stories when they first started in comedy, and he tells this story. Yeah, one time I emceed for Rich Voss, and he drove me to the hood while I smoked for 4 hours. I'm like, oh my God.
David Spade sitting in the hood outside. When's Chris Farley going to come around?
all All this cocaine's got me thinking. Any updates on the Medellin cartel trial?
No, just still 1.5 billion.
There's
Right
a
there.
Muskox
1.5
journalist
billion.
right there.
1.5 billion.
There you go.
So when
He said his name was Josie Juan. He's in Cancun.
Let me read his Wikipedia for you here.
but he has an old judge keeps calling him El Chopper. It's a good gimmick he's got.
The best part from the Connor trial update was learning that the guy's name's El Mayo. I think that was probably the most mind-blowing.
yeah.
The $1.45 billion, huge, by the
Huge.
way. You've
Yeah,
just
big
been
number.
rounding that up another $500 million
For them.
for the story.
For the story.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure it's somewhere. I'm sure he has that 500 mil somewhere.
absolutely.
I guarantee it.
A lot of people have sent tweets, though, asking about the sped upness of it. By the way, Ty Schmidt is the producer of all these podcasts.
Brilliant.
Ty, what did you decide to do with it, and why?
Just zoomed it to about, yeah, exactly. Did that. Sped it up 8 times its normal speed so we could get through it. It was like 20 minutes and got it down to like 45 seconds or so.
Could you imagine him on the witness stand?
Who? Connor?
Him, Connor.
I've been there. It's not bad.
You've been on a witness stand?
Yeah, once.
What do you mean?
What kind of case?
Let's go.
This kid shot my friend with an airsoft rifle.
Did he die?
Cool. No, I was with him. It almost blinded him, though.
So your bitch ass friend sued him?
His parents sued, the family.
The bitch ass parents sued him.
The kid got shot in the face.
With an airsoft gun. That's what kids do.
Airsoft rifle, my friend.
I don't care.
This is an AK-47. You know, it's a serious torque behind
I mean,
it. You know?
was it an
illegal arms.
airsoft battle, or did he do it like while he was sleeping?
No. We were just walking down the street. This kid just came out. Fucking. What are you guys doing on my street?
Oh, it was like a Christmas story in that back alley?
It was out of nowhere. And
It's
we
a
were
gray
just
area.
Dude,
It's a gray area.
what's going on? Yeah.
So you had to rat about.
Yeah.
No, we were in the 7th grade, and they're like,
That's your generation, though. Our generation wouldn't have fucking.
There's no way in hell you would have got me on that for that because that kid's friends probably. If that one has an AK-47 aerosol, I assume the friends that would have been tough. But if you get summoned to testify, you have to, right?
Yeah.
it's my friend too, or was my friend, and then.
Oh, is he
falling
dead?
out.
No, he's not dead. He's just.
Not your
He
friend?
sued somebody for a fucking airsoft rifle. I wasn't really going to be friends with them for a while, I think.
Hey, Bulger, so you ratted him out, huh?
No, I didn't rat him out. I told the story. I said we were on the kid's property.
You
so-
fucking rat bastard. You.
Henry Hill. You're Henry Hill.
I'm not Henry Hill.
Yeah, you kind of
Sure
are.
sounds like
I'm
you're
a
Henry
trap. I got suspended one time because I'm such a steel trap. Can't get into this mine.
Hill. I respect that.
Yeah, not going to rat out my buddies.
Bill Polian asked me whenever I got arrested if I was out with anybody. I was with like 6 teammates.
Nope.
I said, no, friends from home. And he said, tell me right now if you were out with anybody because it's on them too. I go, no, friends from home.
Good man.
And I walked out.
Attaboy.
Yep.
Solid.
Yeah. I guess he told that to his kid, though, who was working in Philadelphia at the time. One of the Polians was working in the Eagles. That trickled down to Hank Baskett. Because when Hank Baskett showed up on our team, he became friends of mine, right? And he sent me a text and said, hey, I just was told by somebody in the Eagles organization that you were asked to rat out your teammates that you were partying with, and you didn't do that. A lot of people noticed that. And I was like, I'm so thankful that Bill Polian spread my street cred around. Bill Polian's like telling people like it's a bad, he wouldn't even tell me who this thing, and they're like, oh, really? And they're telling it to make me look bad. And on the backside of it, I'm like earning street cred on the back end. I'm like,
Not a bad deal.
Yeah, not a bad deal at all.
Polian's just calling other teams. Pat McAfee, he ain't no rat.
So if you want him,
I don't know why
you
you
have him for a 5th.
I don't know what your punter's like. This is not a rat.
That'd be funny. Like during like draft day, he's like, "What's your street cred like?"
So I wonder, it probably came up in like a story, right? Because I tell the story of the whole thing. I assume that on the other side, they tell the story as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Everybody in the facility probably tells the story amongst themselves, coaches, GMs, probably ownership even. They probably all tell their story to their friends.
Right.
And then that probably trickled its way to somebody somehow.
Oh, yeah.
But it didn't come up. Nobody told me about it until like, Hank didn't text me about it until like a year and a half later after it happened. And I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't even think about it. Yeah, I ain't no snitch, bro. I didn't even think about it. Good for that. Good for you, too.
Yeah. Suspension. It was a 1-day suspension. I missed my JV football game, so it actually worked out.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey,
I got a $40,000 fine.
A little different.
That probably played into it.
Chime up right now if one at a time if when you were in high school you got suspended.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everybody in here?
Yep.
I figure for this line of work we were typically.
I got suspended. I wasn't allowed to go to as a student fan. I wasn't allowed to go to 2 basketball games for 5 games because I told a ref to suck my dick.
Really?
And I got kicked out. And then
You said S my D.
Then I got called in the office with our friends, and they're like, "You have a 5-game suspension from going, 2 games, and 1-game suspension from school." And I was like, "Okay."
Really?
Our school didn't love our student section, which was
we
a
were
rowdy.
awesome.
We were a rowdy bunch. If social media was around, we're making our ways around there probably weekly.
Why did we get?
What'd you get suspended for?
I didn't. I don't. I don't think
suspended?
I did. I mean, elementary school, I got suspended for selling cigarettes. Junior high, I got suspended for something. High school, I don't think I ever. I got an in-school suspension for falling asleep in Miss Clancy resting
Bad people die all the time.
all the time. You can say your word.
Dead.
She didn't.
Connor, what'd you get suspended for?
That
this is a bad story. So my buddy and I, I'm going to go ahead and put it on him. Actually,
Yeah.
He thought it'd be a good idea.
Well, that's what snitches do.
It was sophomore year. Well, now that we're this far later, I think it's fine. He thought it'd be a good idea if we put green stickers on freshman girls we thought were hot, and red stickers on ones that we thought were ugly.
Fucking Zuckerberg's made $1 billion off.
Yeah.
Exactly. and we were just trying to make it modern a little bit. And
Was the one girl you said ugly?
Really?
That told on you?
No, it was one of the
A green dot or told on you?
The kids, the other kid did it. Oh no, it was a red dot.
I got
believe me.
suspended for
The green dots were very happy about what we were doing.
You always want to be in Green Dot City.
Yeah.
I got suspended
that
for a
word.
week in 3rd grade because they handed out a word search. Mm-hmm. And if you finished the word search first, you got something. I can't remember what it was, like a popsicle. Who knows? Candy bar. Anything.
3rd grade, you get it.
Yeah. So instead of walking down to art class, so like at certain periods you'd walk down to art class or gym class, go to a different class.
Yeah.
6 of us stayed behind to try to finish the crossword puzzle before everyone else so we could win the prize. And then like 30 minutes went by and we walked down to the art class and we realized that we couldn't walk in. Like there was nothing that we could do as 3rd graders to explain why we were half an hour late. So instead we hid in the bathroom for 2 hours and everyone was looking for us in the school.
It was like a code red.
We've
lost 6 kids.
Like the police came to school.
Yeah.
They eventually found us in the bathroom.
Wow.
And we got suspended for that, just for hiding.
Jesus, I got suspended a lot for skipping school. I was big because everybody knows my parents lived in Texas. I lived up here on my own, so I didn't go to school a lot. So I would get suspended, which I'm like, oh, this is more school I don't have to go to. I don't have a problem with that.
Oh wait, I'm suspended. No, fuck.
Who'd you live
Next
here
week?
with?
I lived with my best friend at the time. Well, 2 of my best friends. One, his parents were going through a divorce, so for some reason he was just like, I'm not living with either of you through my senior year. So he lived with our other best friend, which I did. He was 23 years old at the time, had a good job at UPS.
As a senior in high school?
No. He worked at UPS.
He's a
full-time.
caretaker.
And he was just older than us, but we were friends with him because he was neighbors with Keith, my other buddy I was talking about. His parents were getting divorced. So he had his own house. It was really his dad's house, but his dad worked out of state all the time. So it was just him in the house, and then me and Keith.
So you were, as a high school senior, you were friends with a 23-year-old that you lived with?
Mm-hmm.
You lived with a 23-year-old and another kid in your senior year of high school?
Yeah, and then plus my other buddy.
That's like a senior in high school living at the pub.
Yeah.
It's legit.
My other buddy lived with us too because he had to live with his grandparents, and he was like, "Well, I don't live with you guys anymore. I'm going to live with these guys. I got something going on over here."
This is awesome.
So 4 of us basically lived in a house on my senior year. So I missed a lot of fucking school.
Went to school.
Oh, dude, I was drunk all the time.
There's no chance of
No, it was terrible. Like they were going to kick me out of school at one point. So my dad had to fly up from Texas from his
I feel like
job.
that's par for the course, though, back in the day.
And talked to the athletic director, and then who also was in charge of discipline. And so they worked something out where if I moved in with my aunt for the rest of the year, I could stay in school. So the last little bit of my senior year, I had to live with my aunt and drive back and forth. And then
that's insane. I never knew that you were just living with your boys your fucking senior year.
we had a fucking
crack
year. I mean to tell you, we would just walk out of school. My buddy Mike and I would just walk out of school. There was always like a freshman in there who had to keep the attendance log or whatever. So if someone's parent called in,
You
and said
lied
he
on
was
a fucking student.
What
for
a
that?
joke.
we just walk in and we'd be like, "Hey, fucker, mark us out for a doctor's appointment." And they'd be like, "Okay." And then we check it. We would just leave all the time.
He would bully kids.
Yeah.
He would bully these little kids. That's straight out of a movie. That is
It was
straight
a
out of a
great
movie.
life.
So when your parents sent you up here, you basically were like, I'm going to live with my aunt, and then you just ended up living with your friends? Or how did that?
No, they knew I was living with my buddy Jim, who's 23, right? But Jim did not drink. He was like very just straight and narrow, or straight as an arrow. So they were like, well, Jim won't allow you guys to party. Well, Jim could not control us. He was still our friend, you know what I mean? It's not like he was going to ground us and shit.
He was your RA, pretty much.
Yeah, he was pretty much like an RA. It's exactly what he was. And we just had a fucking time. We got suspended one time because I just caught it by proxy, I guess, by association. But my buddy Mike, who the fourth one that joined us, he had this nice video camera that is his grandparents. So
The one you shot the porno with?
yeah, no, different one. But yeah, they ended up shooting their own basically because they gave the video camera
Exit ramp.
We've talked
real
about
quick.
that.
Oh,
We've talked
okay.
about
I got to hear it off stage.
to my buddy Kyle, and he went in and the girls' volleyball team in the locker room,
Such a good story.
hid in the ball closet, and there was a vent there, and he pried.
Your life is out of a movie.
Yeah, I know.
This is Porky's.
We had a great
This
senior
is
year.
literally
It was
Porky's.
right out of Porky's. He's filming them, and then one time he did it like 4 times, and we would take the when Jim wasn't home, we would watch it at the party house, right at our house, and the girls would be in there. We never saw anybody naked. It was just bra and panty stuff.
Oh, sure.
But finally, one girl who was
What the fuck?
Can we find that on the suck sites?
I hope not. Jesus.
But they got caught on the last time, and it was a big thing. I got like 3 days. My buddy Kyle got expelled for the year for being the filmer. Almost got arrested for
Fucking
it.
Kyle. It's always Kyle.
Yeah.
You guys have a party for Kyle?
Lawyer and motherfuck you. Nick got suspended. His car club night just rushed, was burning tires and doing donuts.
It's not true at all.
In the parking lot while everyone was in school, and they were like blaring music because it was awesome.
Really?
Their DMX was just blaring out there.
No. Not at all.
Is that what happened?
No.
Fucking burning
I
tires.
did, though. I did get suspended for getting an underage at the leader of the car club's house. He threw this fucking banger party. There were like our entire senior class were like
Wait,
300
you get
people there.
suspended from school for getting underage?
Yeah, I got an underage and I got suspended for a day.
baloney.
This was the party where everybody busted out quick. Like
Yes.
actually people hitting spin moves on cops outside of the house.
Yeah.
All of the Plumboro
I
police.
busted out.
Yeah.
And then I was walking back home to my parents' house, and I was like, you know what? I don't think cops are coming. I think it was a false alarm. So we walked back into the party, kept drinking. Cops came.
We had this party at Jim's house one time. He had went for a week to go visit his dad in Chattanooga.
This poor guy.
And he left us with the house, which was a mistake. And so we throw this fucking race. It started, we just started telling our close friends, but you know how they start telling people. Next thing I know, and Jim had this huge yard. The yard is full. There must have been 100 fucking cars.
Let's
there.
go.
It's filled. We're out in the country, and this whole yard's full of cars. We got like hundreds of people at this party. Somehow, we convinced all the hottest girls in our school, they were all cheerleaders and prom queen candidates, all that stuff, to box each other. So we had women's
This
boxing.
is Project X, the movie. You're saying another movie.
Did you film this
Project
too?
That's a movie.
We did. We filmed it at the time, and we watched it forever. But we had these hot girls in our school boxing each other in the backyard with freaking swimsuits on.
God, you're a movie. You're a movie. You and Gorms are fucking movies.
Because they used to be able to get away with so much more.
The thought of just a couple high school seniors just living at a house together.
Absurd.
With the pub or whatever, just Foxy being a role model to these. Evan Fox has a job and he's got to work. He won't let these high school seniors drink. And then Todd McComas and his boys move into Foxy's house, just start tearing it the fuck down.
Hey, I just walked in and all I heard was Todd's filming girls in the locker room or something.
Bro, wild scene here. Just a little.
Anytime
bit
I went to a drinking party, I'd get like 12 calls from Coach Diggs asking if I was okay. Like I couldn't even imagine not living.
It was a good time.
Have you talked to Jim recently, or you stopped?
I see him on Facebook every now and then. He's on Facebook.
You should bring him in one of these days.
He sees you too. That's the motherfucker that filmed. He sees you.
He ended up not. There was a strain in their relationship for a few years after that. Then we got back together as friends, started playing softball together. But yeah, he was like after that party because he came home and found out about it because everybody in the county knew about that party, and he was not happy.
Do you think your early experiences with, maybe we won't say voyeurism, but cameras led to your interest in working surveillance in detail?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was like, these people don't even know they're being filmed right now. That's the coolest fucking thing in the world. Maybe I could do that for a living one day.
So you were learning that year.
Oh, yeah. I had an idea, too. We had this cool surveillance van, for our undercover unit. And it just looked like a regular, plumbing van or something, right? But it had all these high-tech cameras and stuff in it. You could just go park it and spy on people.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, we should drive this down to IU and deck it out with a bunch of Girls Gone Wild stickers and fucking tell them we're Girls Gone Wild because it looked like a control room inside the van and just see what we can make happen.
State police.
Yeah, state police.
Served our country. Served our fucking country right there.
For the troops.
Support the troops.
Support the troops.
I love you, Todd.
Troops.
Yeah, my friends wouldn't sign up for it.
No way.
That's surprising.
Yeah, what we got going on in the world, Nick?
Hey, Todd.
Nothing's gonna beat this. We should just go to the
If we ever get a business to come here and do another story animated wise, I think we keep that Girls Gone Wild one locked in a chamber.
It's a fake Girls Gone Wild just run rampant for 3 days.
I guarantee that happened.
Maybe the backyard boxing.
Somebody did that.
Yeah, for sure. That Girls Gone Wild guy. After the meetings we sat through today, there's no way he didn't know that everything was going to collapse very quickly for him. He had to have known everything was coming around
He had
him.
his own island, didn't he?
He still does.
Hanging out on it.
Yeah.
Really?
What was his name?
Joe something.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Joe
The Kardashians are very good
Francis?
friends with them.
Yeah,
was
he's
Joe
still
Francis.
very rich because he's tied in deep with the Kardashians.
Well, yeah, he did their tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Good producer.
He knows what he's doing.
That guy was wild, man.
He was wild.
He go wild.
All right, Zeno, it's time for it. I want to know. What kind of music hits you all the hardest when you're on vitamins?
Not R&B, I don't think.
Tom Petty's
I just want
pretty
anything that,
good. Deep house, good.
Reggaeton.
Reggaeton, good. You get some real, gangster ass
Not country.
trap rap. You're in a good spot
Yeah.
there. Because you start trying to listen to their words and you're like, wait, they're living a life like that. They got
Nice chill ambient sounds too.
I like a chill mood.
instrumentals.
Street
Good movie
noises are
score.
good. I like street noises a lot.
Acoustic covers of
Good
songs.
movie score. Every time. Oh yeah, I'll listen to the album from a movie.
I like that.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, it's awesome.
The Interstellar
Like,
one.
Oh
is-
Brother, We're Out Though?
No, La La
I like
Land
that
or something
And
like
then
that.
you put
where it's
yourself
all
in the movie?
instrumental. Well,
Yeah.
you can, but they're just good tunes.
The soundtrack to Oh Brother, Where Art Thou is
good.
fucking fun to listen
Oh,
to.
my
When's the
God.
last time you listened to it, by the way?
Been a couple years.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
So I recently listened to it on the way home on a trip to Pittsburgh. Not as good as I remembered it, I don't think.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
only really the one song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a banger though.
Which one?
The Soggy Bottom Boys.
Yeah.
Constant
My man.
Yeah, but what about you? Went
Constant
down to the-
sorrow.
I seen trouble on my way.
He's in trouble on his way.
Hey, my man.
This is a heater.
I seen trouble on my day.
Farewell to old Kentucky.
The place
Was born and raised. The place where he was born and raised. Georgia! George Clooney with a hater.
Where's the yodeler?
Years I can remember.
There's a couple other ones though.
I like the one where the little girls sing.
Oh.
The three sisters.
Oh, they
Tough to
sing.
follow.
Yeah.
Don't they sing Pappy's song for him?
Hey, Todd, what do you want to know? Huh?
Get involved.
I want to know, which part of your body do you wish you could detach and why?
This is easy, right?
Love this one. Yeah.
Balls, right?
No,
I wasn't going there at all.
I'm gonna keep
What are you
mine.
nuts?
Oh, no.
Explain.
Oh, wait.
Good
We
point.
can't reattach them?
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
Oh, you can. You can take them off.
like I mean,
Yeah.
they're so fucking sticky, and the only positive thing, or the only thing about them, there's no positive thing about them during the day is negative. It's pain. That's the only thing that can happen to your balls during the day. They stick to your legs.
Well,
they
they're-
sweat.
You know what? That is
Leave them
nice.
in your sock
That is
drawer.
true.
You
There's a
detach
remedy.
them and then you put them right on before you have sex. Or no, you don't even put them on before sex because I don't want to have a kid. Literally the only time I'm going to put my balls back on is when I'm trying to have a kid.
Well, there is a remedy. What you can do is kind of hover over the tub, kind of do a dip in a nice warm
Balls are
water.
the most useless fucking thing on your body.
Then you could
I
detach
hate
them
them.
and wring them out.
Plug them back in.
Iron them up. Yeah.
Work, boys.
I hate them.
If I could detach one of my hands, I think, because I always have an itch on my back that's always like just a hand's length away. Then I could attach it,
See,
grab it with the other hand.
I
and
thought the
reach it.
same thing, similar thing, but I went with my left arm because then if something's out of reach, I got two arms reach now. Take off my left arm, hold it with my right, bang, grabbing shit off Diggs' desk right now.
Oh, if you were a
thought everyone was
corner
gonna
or
go
a safety, that would be like you could take off the other arm real quick and back the ball out. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh, baseball outfielder.
Oh yeah.
I was
Go over
thinking
the wall.
ears. I was thinking ears.
I like that,
If someone
to listen.
pisses you off, it's just like, okay,
Take
take
my
these
ears
off
off.
for a little, just look at them for a little bit,
How
and then
about
they
the-
walk away.
I like that a lot. That became my favorite just then. But before that, I was gonna say just take off my head. Just
Yeah.
take it off.
That would be pretty
That's the
awesome.
thing.
The jokes you could play on people.
Just take my head off. Lay my body down. Let's let my body get some rest.
Don't have to
okay?
stand in stadiums.
Let's send me over. Let's bring me out to the kitchen. I'll do the thing.
If we just put your head right there,
Just right here.
set the microphone in front of you.
Let
Your
the
body
body
could be taking a nap.
Yeah, and my brain and
Still works, right?
Yeah, my brain and my palate.
Yeah.
I can eat, but it just won't go.
Right.
So I don't.
Oh, you get the taste though.
That's all
see?
you need.
So basically, I think that's mine.
I take that one too.
The ears though is a
Can you
fucking genius.
Does your ear still work when you take them off?
I think it has to.
Well, if they do, then I just leave them in a different room.
It's like the
Exactly.
AirPod iPhone thing.
Yeah.
Which is even better.
Like,
Have we tried that?
Like I've run into this at night. My girlfriend falls asleep much earlier than I do, and I watch TV in the room, but I feel bad because when the fucking Office intro song comes on, it's 13 times louder than the show. So if I could put my ear just next to the TV and listen to the
You're a gentleman.
yeah, that'd be nice.
On the lowest volume.
Well, there's like
Respectful.
sometimes too. I'm sitting out there, like, or if we're shooting hoops or something, like I can't hear what's going on over by the TVs, and you want to be involved in the conversation. So if like you just take an ear off and huck it
that'd
over
be
there,
nice.
Yeah.
and still hear everything,
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah.
I think
And if you want to listen to music before bed, you could take one ear off, and instead of having to lie on the ear pod, you could just put it on your desk and listen to music that way.
So the music in TV, in movies, it needs to. They need to mix those things better.
Yeah.
Because I am about sick of Sam falling asleep, being asleep, me watching something,
Correct.
and then the commercial comes in, and it's a fucking
30 times louder.
Rumble, and this guy's just screaming throughout my whole fucking house because it's nowhere.
There's actually laws for that
It used to be
that they
worse.
need to abide by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad.
True story. I mean, true story.
Okay.
We talk about Irsay a lot around here. So 8 years ago, I'm throwing out there 7, 8 years ago, he's on a 2-week rampage. I'm writing Washington. I'm sick of it. Every commercial that comes on is 10 times louder than the program I'm watching. It's a travesty. It should not happen. He'd tell it to anybody who was out there. Let's draft a letter. Let's draft a
There's
letter.
anyone who could have got something done, it would have been him.
He couldn't stand it for some reason. It just drove him nuts. And then you'd watch a game with them or something in the theater, and it's a big deal and stuff. And he'd be like, "We're going to commercial. We'll be back in Kansas City." And he'd be like,
Grabbing the remote real
grabbing
fast.
the remote
That's what I do.
to beat the commercial on to get it down low. I mean, it ticked him off so much. He was on a
I
2-week
love it.
rampage. He was
I
like,
can't find the skip intro button faster.
I love I love that Irsay was just so furious. He was telling everybody to see if everybody felt the same way.
Literally had meetings with his legal counsel because he was so upset about the level of volume on commercials.
These people are on retainer. These people are on retainer to deal with Peyton Manning's agents. These people are on retainer to deal with the NFLPA. These commercials louder. Yeah, just watch. I'm going to send you a game. That's fucking hilarious. Irsay's a legend. That man is a legend. What if he would have changed the law, too, so we didn't have to do this ear thing?
Love him.
The Irsay law?
Love him.
Tell him about the Johnny Cash thing you were talking about today.
Oh yeah, Johnny Cash hurt. I fucked myself today.
Good song.
To see if that one.
Yeah.
That's a real song?
Oh, it's
He says hurt.
It's in a lot of movies.
I hurt myself. So he's got
a lot of movies.
It's a 9 inch, or is it Trent Reznor?
It's
solo?
9 Inch Nails, yeah.
9 Inch Nails. So
Reznor
they did
wrote
it,
it.
and they Cash covered it. So he went through a thing where he'd be like, you went into his office, he'd be talking and talking, he'd go, shut up, everyone! And this song would come, I gotta listen. I gotta listen. Okay, but what, don't talk! Go into a car. All right, where are we headed? A golf course, out to dinner, something like that. All right, this thing, the weather was good, and this thing, and everything like that. And then, hold on a minute, don't say anything. Johnny Cash could not speak during the song. It's like after the 7th time you heard it, you're like, we get it, bro. We got you. I mean, I get it.
So this was his heater.
Oh, that was one of 1,000. But when he gets on something, he's on it for like 2 weeks, and 2 weeks hard. Like hard. We're like, I got to go listen to the song. I'll be right back. It's like he's like that guy.
What type of song gets him? Is that type of song is the one that he normally gets?
Yeah, just something that's off the,
Let's create a song that can crack into the Irsay so everything stops.
Oh, that'd be great.
We got to create a song that's in his genre. Somebody get Clayton Anderson off his couch. Somebody get Clayton Anderson.
Get that like next year.
Yeah.
Hey, I do got that good casino story on Irsay that I never told.
What is it?
If you want it, I got it.
Oh, yeah.
Todd, for sure.
And this is in the news, and sorry to jump in, but it's a good one.
All right.
So we go to L.A. off season, go to L.A., play 3 or 4 days of golf out there at one of the country clubs that he's a member of. So we go there, and he goes, on the way back, we're stopping in Vegas. My buddy's having a bachelor party. We're invited to it. So, we're going to go to this bachelor party and see how it is. So like, okay. So Jim's like, whatever we want, and we're having a big dinner, and he's staying over at the, it's a house. It's a hotel, but in the back of the hotel, there's these humongous houses for $40,000 a night. Stuff
you
like
serious?
that. You know what I mean? So he's staying in there, and he's doing his own thing, and we're gambling, carrying through, and there's a bachelor party dinner, and then there's, a couple of shows we go to, stuff like that. All right.
Yeah,
so we get to that.
great.
So the next day comes, fun time, and everything. Oh, and watching him gamble is unbelievable.
I couldn't fathom it.
No. He doesn't gamble. So they come over, and everybody knows who he is. So all the pit bosses are like, Mr. Irsay, we could give you what sort of marker would you like, sir? What immediately is $100,000 enough? Would you like that? And he's like, no, just 20,000. I think I'll do. And he's playing blackjack, and we're watching him play blackjack, and he's just bored. And he's just like, I'm bored. And he's like, maybe if these were $100 million chips, I'd give a shit. But I really don't give a shit, and it does nothing for him. So he's not a gambler on
Think about that, dude.
It's like me playing with $1. Like, we're going to give you a dollar marker, and I'm playing with pennies.
So he's like out on that. He goes, we wake up next day. Everybody,
Nobody thinks about the billionaires not being able to enjoy gambling.
No,
that makes so much
They
sense.
deserve a little bit more sympathy.
just doesn't like it. So
They don't have it easy.
No.
Well, it's like
Can't even
Pat and
enjoy
I,
a
we used to go to the
casino.
casino in Niagara all the time, and it was great. We'd sit down at the $5 tables, have a good time together. Then he got a bunch of money. Now it's a lot different. I sit down at the $5 table, and he gets bored after like 10 minutes, and he's got to go over to the high roller table. he can't do it. And I don't blame him. I can't do that one.
I feel bad that he has to play all these betting games in the office with us after being in the NFL locker room playing for tens of thousands of dollars.
By the way, the monetary value, even at that level, it isn't about the monetary value. It's like, I'm taking your chips.
Yeah.
It's like, that means a lot more than it. Like if Dwight Freeney came in here and we did that $5 game, like he wants that just as bad as anything else.
Right.
Yeah, because but gambling at casinos is difficult because I'm like, well, we're not going to play for a long time. So if I really want to win any real money here, Nick, we cannot be at this fucking place. Nick, if we want to have like an electric weekend, I'm gonna go back to high. Yeah. All right, I'll see like 20 minutes. And then I come back completely broke, obviously. Completely broke. I lost it all, Nick. I should have played these games here. And that's a funny situation. But when you're Jim Irsay, the thought that $100 million, he could lose $100 million.
Yeah.
And be very okay.
Comfortable.
Very his great grandkids will still be okay if he was to lose $100 million at a blackjack table.
That's insane.
Wow, yeah.
That's crazy. It's just a whole nother level of
Bezos just lost 70 billion. Still has 70 billion.
So you don't even notice it.
She got 70 billion, became the 7th richest human in the world.
Wow.
After 25 years of love. That's a lot of work. Good for her. She deserves
I got to go
it.
back to
Yes,
Irsay.
Okay, sorry.
I'm not done with the story.
Yes.
That's there and there. That's nothing big. The next day comes around. There's about 4, 5, 6 people on the flight. Guy from LA is coming into Indiana to play golf with Jim, stuff like that. So new people are around. And it's like, what time's the plane leaving? Well, ask David, the assistant. Hey, what time's the plane leaving? Oh, Jim says it's going to leave around 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock turns into 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock turns into 5 o'clock. Has anybody talked to him? David comes to me and says, Jeff, listen, I haven't heard from Jim. I've got to get in touch with him because we can't land at a certain time.
Past a certain time
back in Indianapolis, for whatever reason. So it's like the pilots are saying we need to take off. Would you do me a favor and just go up there and because he's not returning my calls and stuff like. I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, let's go. I have a relationship with him where I can go, hey, big man, what's going on? What's going on, brother? All right, I'll be ready. Just tell everybody to be ready at so-and-so time. And he's like, I'm like, okay, but listen, we have to go or we're staying another night. We're not leaving tonight. Because, okay, I got it. Brother, hold on. I'm like, yeah. I go back in. He's like, take this. So he hands me a stack, 10,000 cash. Take this. You're going to go down to blackjack. You're going to win the first hand. That's going to be 20. You're going to play again. You're going to win that hand. That's going to be 40. So take the 40,000 and go put it on black on roulette, and you and I will split the 80,000. True story. So I'm like, okay, let's go through it again. 1 hand, 2 hand, put it on black. We're both laughing. Let's go. Good luck, brother. I'll be ready. All right. We'll get this plane in the air. All right.
Get this plane.
So
you gotta go win 80,000. The pilots are panicking.
I know.
The pilots have a certain amount of hours they're allowed to work in a day, so they literally cannot
The
fly.
plane's been ready since noon to take off. I mean, you know what I mean? It's cooked up, ready to go.
Brother, I still got to shower. Take the 10,
So it's like,
make it 80.
like, bro, we got to go. Got to hurry it up. Calls me back in, hands me the stack, and I'm like, okay, go through it again. I'm like, okay. Immediately, the door shuts. I go criminal. I'm like, it's going in the bag. Sorry, Jimmy, we lost the first hand. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, we had a good run, or maybe I'll quit after the first hand. So I'm like, okay, so and I'm looking like a slapdick. I got flip flops on and shorts. I'm getting ready to go on a plane. It's like to the pit boss. You got a minute? Yeah,
You got it.
Hey, and I show him this. I say, I'm going to play this stack. I'm going to play it cash because they chip everything out. And I said, no, I'm playing cash. So it's he's like, well, we can do that for you. Hold on, let me get you a table. So he's like, I can't whistle right now. Yeah, he's like that. And the guy comes running, brings over the chips. And
New
everything.
table all to yourself?
No, new table all to myself.
Oh boy.
So I'm like, okay, this will be fun.
This guy
Put
shuffles
it on.
5 decks.
Oh yeah, the whole thing, which felt like 4 hours, and I'm like, my friend, please just hurry this up. I'm itching right now. Every bad thing about me is going through my head right now.
Right.
So I'm going like,
I got $10,000.
yeah, I'm like, I got $10,000. So I go, okay. So I talk to the pit boss. I look around. They see the stack. They see the stack on the felt. So they're like, okay, people are starting to.
Sure.
Come behind me. This slapdick and basically a T-shirt, shorts, and flip-flops is playing 10 large.
Every camera in the casino was on you at this point as well.
So I'm
Yeah,
on there. Boom. Go through the first hand, okay? People are behind me like, good luck, sir. I'm like, thank you. Deal them. Let's go. I win the first hand.
Oh,
Let's go.
Again, criminal in me. I told no one of of our plan. I told it's just me and Jim that know this, and I'm like, okay,
God.
cash the take the 20.
Where's cash?
Yeah, right. Take the 20.
Color me up.
Take the 20, split, go up to the boss and say, hey man, we had a good run, but we lost after,
Right.
All right, let it run. We go back. Boom, 19. Boom, 19 hits. Push.
Okay.
Everything good.
Oh.
So you fought the urge. You beat the urge.
Oh, yeah,
Congratulations.
beat the urge. Yeah, beat the urge. So I got 20 large up there. He's like, okay. I boom, 17. Got a stick. Guy shows 13.
Okay.
Boom, pulls a 7. It's over. It's over. I turn around, and I didn't. My eyes were on that stack and that dealer's eyes the whole time. I turn around. There's 6 deep behind me.
Whole crowd.
Oh, yeah. Come on, brother. Hey, come on. Oh, yeah. Good run.
Good run. So you walk through the crowd devastated. The casino just made a quick 10 grand off of you.
So I go back up there. Knock on the door. Hey, Pards. We didn't do so well. I mean, I won the first one, and I'm joking with him. I thought about just peeling out, putting it in my bag, telling you we fucked up, went through hell and all the laughs and stuff. He's like, okay, no problem. I'll be ready. Tell everybody I'll be ready. I was like, all right, great. Plane gets going down. We're leaving the hotel. Brother, can you call the housekeeping people when we get back to Indiana and tell them I dropped a couple $100 down the TV slot, which is, he had a slot. It's like this size of the table, which is 3 foot long, 3 foot deep, and the TV screen would come up. And this is going back. This is going back a few, this is going back.
That's like superhero.
That's funny. That is my exact what I would imagine rich people would be like when I was a kid. I was like, oh, they got the TV that comes out of the thing.
Comes out of the thing, and it goes up there. He's like, I dropped a couple $100 bills. Tell the housekeepers if they can go in there, they can keep it. It's my tip to them. And he also leaves a tip stack, for everybody. But they can keep it. And I'm like, okay, no problem. Get back Monday or whenever we landed. I'm like, hey, you dropped some $100 bills. Please share it with the housekeeping, courtesy of Mr. Irsay. Oh, thank you. You're very kind. Monday, I get back to the office. She's got my contact information. Jeffrey, this is, Marion over at the, would you please call me when you get this message? I'm like, hey, what's going on? Did you find that stuff? And did everybody get a piece? And she's like, well, yes, but before I wanted to pass it out, I just wanted to tell you there was $6,800. So I go, you're kidding me. And she's like, do you want me? Yeah. Do you want me? She's like, would you like me to pass that out to the staff? I said, no. I give take $1,500, give it to everybody, send the back FedEx overnight, okay? And I'm laughing to myself, and I'm like, and you can't go busting into Irsay's office when you work on 56th Street. You got to go through the whole channel. You either call him directly, Colts facility. You got to call, the assistant, the secretary. You got to go or call him. And so I call it. I'm blowing him up. He's not answering the phone. I'm coming down to see you. You better call me right now. I'm coming down to see you. Finally, the phone. What the hell do you want? What is it? So I said, God damn it, we got to talk money. I'm coming right down. Oh Jesus God, what is this about? I said, it's about Vegas. All right, hurry it up. I come down there and I show him the FedEx pack, minus the $1,500 on $6,800. I'm like, Hoss, how much did you think you dropped? Well, I opened up the stack, as he calls them, at 10,000, which he has, he cracks the band on it. And he goes, I picked it up and I thought just like maybe 2 or 3 fell down there. I didn't know. I said, it was $6,800. Well, shit, I really didn't see it. I thought it was a couple. So lady called me now, and you wanted to give it to house staff. I gave him $1,500. We still laugh about it to this day.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's just odd,
What a life.
$16,800.
Billionaires gambling.
Yeah.
Where'd that go?
Well, that was like the one time we were in Vegas and we went and we played craps or something. We came back drunk from the pool slapped a bunch of wet $100 bills on the table, played a couple hands, or we played a couple rolls of craps, left, came back hours later, and the guy was like, sir, there's still some wet money here that you left from last time. Would you like to play with that?
They went by name. Pat. I was like, yes. They were like, some of your wet money that you dropped by here earlier? I was like, yeah. Yep. They're like, still here. I was like, really?
We're back in the game.
Yeah, I was like, all right. Yeah, I think we'll play. We had dinner and stuff. Right, Nick? Yeah, we're playing. Yeah, let's get hot again. Hit that field bet for me. Just move all that wet stuff right to the field bet. Sir, that's a 1-roll bet. Yeah. I think Cuzzy's gonna hit it. Yep. All right. 4. Okay, there's a field bet. Let's go. Keep it out there. Then a 12 hit, I think. And then we picked it up. I had to go to dinner, and the pit boss like clapped for me. I've never seen a pit boss like be happy for somebody. He was like giving me an ovation. I was like, my man. Okay. Every time we walked through there, I'd give him a point. And he was like, Pat. I'm like, my guy. I bet you he still tells stories.
I guarantee.
I bet you he tells stories.
Jeez, just drops that much money back there, and it's like, yeah,
6,800.
it just falls. It just falls from his hand. That much money.
It's insane.
Jeez, just throwing it away.
But the funny thing is that the slit was so small that this money had to fall into. That's what I was shocked at, because it was coming out like it was a money counter out of his hand, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right down the thing, right down the thing. I don't know, it's a couple $100 or so, but
What was it? Did you guys make the flight?
Yeah, we made the flight. We made the flight.
Had to be close though. I mean, it had to be. That's a long flight.
That's a long flight.
That
yeah.
is.
Made the flight. They can't leave without me. They can't leave without me. Yeah, but you can't land with you in it, so we better get going.
Well, he can afford to throw some money away. A lot of us, a lot of you listening, you can't afford to throw money away. So you gotta check around. See if you're throwing money away. You know, one good way to throw away money is just to stick with the same car insurance company just because you've been there for years. You know what I mean? You might be severely overpaying. You don't know.
You don't know.
Let somebody find out for you. Why don't you check out thezebra.com?
Oh, okay.
It's been reported that Americans are overpaying on car insurance by over $21 billion.
Per person?
What?
$21 billion.
USD?
Americans are overpaying that much for car insurance as a whole.
It's a lot.
Hey, you know what that is? That's a lot more than 6,800.
It's a lot more.
It's a lot more.
But searching for a better deal can take hours. I understand it gets frustrating. Typically, there's a barrage of unwanted spam calls that follow when you start checking in. You start calling and checking on rates, or you go online, you fill out the little free thing to see how much your car insurance would be. They're just stealing your information so they can spam call you later.
Bastards.
Until now. Thanks to Zebra.com. It's no longer a thing. Zebra.com is the nation's leading car insurance comparison site because it's the only place you can compare hundreds of policies from all the top carriers and choose the best for you.
That's nice.
They're saving you like 10 or 12 phone calls.
Wow.
Used to, I would just have to call around all over the place.
Don't
How
like
much
that.
you going to make me pay? How much you going to make me pay? Not anymore. I just go right here. Plus, they never sell your information.
Oh.
It's locked down. You don't get those spam calls afterward or the emails.
That's huge.
You just answer a few questions on a simple, fast form, and they find the best rates and coverage in your state. TechCrunch, you ever heard of it?
Oh, yeah.
Said this is the best.
Okay.
The Zebra is the kayak for auto insurance, they say.
My God.
You ever use kayak
That makes
for travel
sense.
and stuff?
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
This is like that, but for car insurance.
Nice.
It's quick, it's easy, just an honest way to compare car insurance quotes from all the top providers all at once. So here's the deal. Go today and start saving at thezebra.com. Thezebra.com/Heartland. That's thezebra.com/Heartland. Spelled THEZEBRA.com/Heartland. You should check it out. I got on there myself. And I was with the company for a long time. I won't say their name, but let's just say they're a little more progressive than some other companies.
Okay.
Got on there, already switching to a different company. It'll save me over 20%.
Wow.
I wish I would have known about this a while ago. When we moved to Indiana, we had to switch car insurances. It was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare.
This would have made it so much easier.
It's a lot. It's hard to do. So it's hard to find rates. It's hard to do all that. So they get you locked in just by convenience, basically.
Yeah, that's totally what
It's what it is. They get you locked in by convenience. Everybody's like, who cares? Yeah. And then bang,
Boom.
this place is like, yo, let's do some checks and balances here.
Seriously.
Dude, the world's getting better.
It really is.
We complain about a lot of stuff. People complain about a lot of stuff. But you know what? The world's getting better. We got shit like this now.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
My dad didn't have shit like this.
Also, technology.
Yeah. Great song.
How do you feel about it, Zito?
I don't know what's going on. All right, let's hit these listener questions. Yep.
This food strike.
Remember, there are no stupid questions, just stupid people.
Excuse me.
Slow my man down.
To ask you a few questions. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Are you mad at me about the pizza, Zito?
No.
Did you find all of it?
I ate all of them.
What happened?
He put pizzas in my bed.
We ordered a large sausage pepperoni pizza. Connor and I
From
did.
Domino's, pan. Yep.
Took it to the pub. Or we had it delivered to the pub.
Yep.
In Zito's name. He was still at the office working hard. So we took advantage of that. And we took the pizza. We took 2 pieces, put it on his bed on top of a pillow on a plate.
My God.
And then we hid, I think, 5 other pieces, slices, all around his bedroom.
Yep, behind the TV, on top of the Xbox. Yep.
Oh, so he has to smell it.
Oh, his room.
Biological warfare.
Yeah.
It's a mental game.
I have to wash all my sheets.
It's
now.
psychological warfare.
Watch all my days.
Smell like pizza.
The whole room had to smell
It
like
was really
sausage
good. I ate 'em
pepperoni
all.
pizza. Oh, good. I'm glad. It's an advantage.
Did you really eat all the pizzas?
Yeah, I might be plus weight tomorrow. Or today.
Zito, I wouldn't be able
He's
to.
a
By the way,
fucking liar.
I wouldn't be able to resist either. By the way, that'd be very difficult.
Well, it's like
No chance he ate pizza.
No,
I'm
he didn't
saying
touch
when
no
I
chance.
laid down, it was just pizza saying this to me.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And I was like, I have to do it.
If you saw the video, that pizza looked delicious too.
Oh, it was.
Did you find the one in your nightstand drawer?
Nope, haven't found that one yet. I got dinner tonight, I guess.
There's a sausage pizza in the nightstand. Hey, Foxy.
Check there.
Hey, what do you want me to do in this situation?
Yeah, you let
He's
it
in
happen.
the video.
He's
He's
in
in
the
the video.
Seriously, what do you guys?
in the video?
No.
That's your
First off,
manager.
that was bullshit by Bailey. I blame Bailey for that one because I'm just kicked back, laid back, chilling in the living room. And then they're doing a video, and then Bailey literally shoots it so that I am in the background. And then,
I like
what do you
that,
want me
Bailey.
to do? Like, we got to make money, we got to build content. But then this is my guy. They're sabotaging Zito.
Literally your guy.
And
Yeah.
I was in a bad
We
spot.
treated him like a freshman in charge of attendance. He was like, hey, this is what we're doing.
And then at the end of it all, though, Todd's like, Evan, you can eat some of that pizza, you know.
Yeah.
And so,
Oh, he bribed him.
Gave him pizza.
Oh.
Bribed
So
him
I
with a
was in.
slice of that
Literally
delicious
greased
pie.
him.
But Zito, hey,
Good pun.
I say it all the time. He's been here before. I'm Eric Spoelstra. He's LeBron James. I'm not doing anything here. He's going to bring home the ring.
doing anything here.
Good analogy.
That is a great analogy.
I watched Spoelstra in an actual timeout in a very important playoff game against the Indiana Pacers. I was put in the front row right behind their bench there. And it was like a gold out. I might have bought like 5,000 tickets to give away for a playoff game. But it was a good time. And I was sitting right there. And for one timeout, he held the dry erase board up with his hand on the dry erase board with a marker, acting as if he was writing something. For the entire timeout, he didn't move his hand one time. LeBron sat just sat down. Nobody talked to anybody. Dwayne Wade didn't talk to anybody. Spoelstra didn't talk to anybody. Nobody was talking to nobody. It was a bad time. And he held his hand on that dry erase board until he went back out on the court and he put it down. It was like, it's just strictly, he was strictly doing that just in case the pan happened. And I was like, I wonder if that is normal in the NBA or if this is Spoelstra is like, literally, it's impossible to coach these two fucking guys.
So that whiteboard is basically me holding the belt at every single weigh-in we have. I got Lazito here, and we're going to win it all.
Lazito. I like it.
Sounds like lasagna. I like that.
The pizza's already in your mind. Don't get lasagna.
Oh, yeah.
All right, question number 1.
Question number 1, Todd. It's a 2-part question.
Oh.
You can drink only one day a week for the rest of your life, Monday through Sunday. What day is it? And you can only drink one season of the year. Of the 4 seasons, which is the season?
I'll go first because mine are easy. Saturday, because I can rest the next day. Don't have to worry about too much.
Yep.
And then summer, because summer, being outside on a patio drinking is my favorite drink.
Mhm. Me too. Had the same exact one for
Yep.
beach instead of patio.
Golf course for me.
I was originally old job. I would have went Sunday. Actually, Sunday.
Really?
Funnest day.
Have a good time.
Funnest day of the week was always Sunday by
fun
far.
days, yeah.
I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Friday and fall.
Oh, really?
Wow.
There's nothing better than like after a long fucking week, just coming home on a Friday and having a fucking drink,
Watching
And
watching Mac
and just
football.
like just rewinding from the week. It's
Yeah.
There's not happy hours here, but if there was Friday happy hours are just the best.
Really?
Yeah.
There's
Friday.
no happy hours in Indiana.
I know.
Only miserable things. It's unbelievable.
No happiness.
It's a law.
During the hours.
Could we mark it like sad hour and make it a happy hour, but call it a sad hour?
Maybe.
We probably could.
That's a good idea.
So that's a great idea for our bar. Have sad hour.
You're drinking
That's
during
what
the fall for sure.
That's what I. Yeah.
For sure during the fall. And I think Friday for me is probably the one so that you can get a good sleep in the next day.
Glad we're on the same page.
Saturday though, possible. Well, I'm smoking spring and summer.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's that. I don't.
Spring and summer are so fun by themselves
Yeah.
that you don't need it.
Yeah, I think so. Now, granted, though, I enjoy a good
it's
patio.
great. It's phenomenal.
I enjoy a
cookout.
I enjoy it
This
with
is a have
music.
to. I mean, we're not choosing to do this. This
Music,
is have to.
ice. It's hot out too.
Yeah.
My drink gets too warm.
Fall, you can watch football. You know.
Just drink faster.
Yeah, I know. And what? And drink.
And drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the summer, there's nothing even to watch. So
What? It's the summer.
except for drinking,
Summertime.
go outside, have a drink.
Yeah.
In the
I'm picking wintertime.
Okay. I was
And
close to that.
I'm going to go Tuesday night because Tuesday is the worst day of the week.
It is.
In the winter, it's dark. It gets dark at fucking like 5 o'clock. You go to work, it's dark. You come back, it's dark. It sucks. You want to take the edge off. Have a couple whiskeys on Tuesday night.
Okay.
Get you through the
I
week.
almost went
Respect it.
Thursday.
Right there.
I got arrested on a Tuesday.
You know.
Shutting that one.
Anybody else?
Oh, overconsumption.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Diggs, I'd like to weigh in, but I'm allergic to alcohol.
Yeah, yeah, I
so
know. True.
I break out in handcuffs. So, plus I gotta be somewhere around Christmas. So I'm
Can't afford to
I'm
go
not gonna
backward
start, yeah.
at this stage. Yeah, I get it.
Back room? Anybody in the back room?
Summer, Saturday, got to have golf course drinks.
All right. I like that.
Saturday, winter.
Oh, yeah. Winter, I mean, when it's cold outside, that's bar
It is
season.
bar season.
Yeah. So I get that.
Wear a coat to the bar?
Yeah. Well, I know. I wear a jacket.
Depends on the bar.
I never wear a coat. I never
Depends
wear
what
a
time of
heavy
the day
coat.
it is. If it's daytime, I'll wear a coat because you're going to have a chair to put it on. If it's at night, bar's crowded, no coat.
Yeah.
Smart.
I should probably buy a winter
Strategic.
Sound logic.
Strategic.
By the way, I never had one really until that I
It's
had
good
to,
coat.
and
It's
I
good
like
coat.
it a lot. It's added a whole new thing to being outside because normally I don't wear a lot of clothes.
Right.
Yes.
Normally I run hot, but there's still a little briskness outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's
Oh,
still a little briskness. Now that I have that jacket, it's like, oh, this is like inside all the time. Okay, this is why people wear jackets.
That's always one thing. Yeah, you don't think you
that's
need
what it
it,
is.
so you get one. You're like, oh, this looks pretty good, and it feels even better.
Oh, look at this. I'm going outside. I'm not just shivering. Yeah. And normally I fight through the initial round of shivering. I'm like, yeah, it's not bad. Out here, it's all mental.
My mom to this day is still bad about. Oh, you never wear a coat. I should get you a coat. You should keep one in your car because you never know if your car's going to break down. I was like, hey, man, yeah, pretty sure it's 2019. Like I can within seconds get hold of somebody on my phone. I have AAA. AAA guy will let me sit in his heated truck while they fix my car.
Oh, that is the thought of like picnicking, camping, just in case you break down. Like, I need 4 blankets and a hoodie in the back.
I used to keep a jacket in the back seat of my car, but a homeless guy took it. Yeah, I'm actually still looking for it. Every time I pass by like our streets over here, I'm looking for my coat.
You son of a bitch.
It's a great North Face. If you guys see it, let me know.
My mom and dad tell a story of them having a Volkswagen Bug. My dad, it was like orange, I guess, and them having to sit very close to each other with 4 blankets on in the winter because there was no heater in the car. And my mom used to have to like scrape the inside of the windshield while they were driving.
Oh man.
Yeah. They always tell this story. It was like, oh, you guys are romantic. We were miserable.
My dad had one of those, little yellow one. It didn't go in reverse. He had to open the door and push it with his foot like Fred Flintstone.
Spaceships don't come equipped. That's rear view mirrors. They dip. That's hilarious. To think your dad fucking barney.
That is hilarious.
All right, this one's going to be tough.
Oh yeah.
This one's going to be tough.
Oh yeah.
Question number 2. If you could put together, you'll have time.
No, not in that.
Not
It's not
tough.
tough in that.
I would
way.
like the listeners to know that
Yeah, you're
I
busy.
very rarely get to see any of these preparation questions. And then we get in here and these guys have written 4 scripts. I'm like, fuck, I should have prepared just a little
Just
bit.
go last, and this one's going to be like it's going to be tough. You'll see why
Because there's so many good options. That's
And
why
it's going to be torture.
I never want to disrespect the segment.
Yeah. No. Go last, and you'll definitely have answers by then. If you could put together the best fast food combo meal, what would it be?
Oh.
So I actually went. I'll go first because I went breakfast, appetizer, entree, fries, and dessert.
Oh man.
Breakfast.
So what world are you living
Breakfast. I'm going Chick-fil-A spicy chicken breakfast burrito.
Nice. Oh, yes.
Unbelievable. With McDonald's hash browns. Okay.
Yep.
Appetizer. I'm going Annie Ann's pretzel. Ooh. Entree is Five Guys bacon burger. Fries is Arby's Curly's.
Yep.
Okay.
And dessert is a Cinnabon cinnamon roll.
Attaboy.
Man, he said a lot of really good stuff.
Zito, did you just talk shit about Five Guys burgers?
They're delicious.
Yes, I did.
Oh, they're so
You're an
good.
idiot. They're
See,
so fucking
I went a different route. I misunderstood, I think, but I combined two different things from two different fast food places. I like it into one menu item.
That's fine.
So I'm taking a Big Mac and I'm just removing the beef patties and replacing them with Chick-fil-A chicken.
Wow.
So I've got the Big
You
Mac
got the
sauce,
Big Mac
the
zest.
sesame seed bun, the lettuce mixed with the sauce, but I got the Chick-fil-A in between.
Have you ever done that?
No.
That's
Something
an amazing idea.
Something to think about.
You should probably do that tomorrow. Oh, you can't.
should.
No,
think?
no, don't.
Connor will do it.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. I what I did was a Shack burger. I don't know if you guys are familiar
No.
with Shake Shack.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
so
pretty
good, pretty good.
overrated.
Yeah, Shack burger. Well, I like it more than like the Five Guys. Fuck you. McDonald's fries,
Okay.
Yep.
Coke Icy from Burger King.
Oh,
And then the
sleeper pick.
And then the Hershey Sundae pie from Burger King.
Oh, wow.
Don't know if you've had that.
Oh, yeah.
BK
It's delightful.
Yeah. It's very
is
good.
good.
It's very good.
I said an In-N-Out double. McDonald's fries. Yep. Little cheese curds from Culver's. Nice little side item there. A Hardee's LG Dr. Pepper because it's like 185 ounces. They're fucking huge. And then some oatmeal raisin cookies from Subway to wash
Okay.
it down.
Oh, raisin. Those Subway cookies, I just remembered.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good one.
See, this is the prep thing.
Right now,
Right
you can
now
remember
I'm
things.
learning, yeah.
Gorms, you got one?
I do. I'm following what Ty said. I'm going In-N-Out burger double, but I'm going animal style.
Okay, I respect that.
You animal.
And then I'm no fries. I'm just getting my 6-pack of. I haven't had them in forever, but I can taste them right now. Taco Supremes, hard shell, Taco Bell. That's 6-pack to go.
Good for you, dude.
I'm laughing.
I like that one a lot. Yeah. Nico.
Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich.
Okay.
Of course. The fries are tough.
Yep.
Because the
you.
Arby's curly fries, but then the McDonald's fries.
I almost went with the Five Guys, just the ginormous bag of fries.
Peanut oil.
They're so good.
It's like O back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I like a good Cajun fry. But I don't know if any fast food really has that.
You know, I don't see
Rally.
those
Taco Bell
Five
fries.
Guys does.
I forgot about
You know what? The
potato
Taco
olays
Bell
as
fries.
well.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I'm going because you get cheese
those
with
are good,
those.
actually.
Yep.
That's the one.
You'd rather have those than McDonald's fries, though?
I think the cheese takes it over the edge.
What if you get the cheese from Taco Bell with McDonald's fries?
Oh, because you're allowed
Are they
to
real
mix and
fries?
match.
Yeah, they're like Cajun style steak fries.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Okay.
And that's all I need.
Foxy doesn't like them. apparently.
Let's
Oh
go.
wait, a McDonald's fountain Coke.
Yes.
Attaboy.
I have
Wash
that
it
on
down.
mine as
Nice
well.
call.
Nice.
Nice pull.
All right, back room.
Z. I got myself a Portillo's beef, Burger King fries, a Chick-fil-A Coke, a Cold Stone ice cream, and a McDonald's hash brown.
Okay.
So are we just listing off our top? That's the goal is here
Pretty
is just
much.
list off our top things from each restaurant.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Unless you want to do it like I did and take two different menu items and combine them into one.
That's I've been trying to balance it. Here.
Yeah.
Foxy.
Foxy.
Yeah, Diggs, I'm going to take your Five Guys bacon burger. That was a good pick. McDonald's fries, of course. McDonald's Coke. You know those cinnamon things from Taco Bell?
Oh, yeah.
Cinnamon
yeah.
twist.
Yeah, those are my
churros,
dessert.
whatever.
And also, you got to throw hash browns from McDonald's
Yeah,
in
they're
there
so
as well.
good.
Those are
Unbelievable.
undefeated.
Patrick?
I'm interested to see which way Pat goes here.
Okay, so we're definitely having the Egg McMuffin with the hash brown on it as the. It's going to be like the beginning item.
That's really good.
A McChicken sandwich is going to be the second course. I don't want as much mayo. Also, add the onions from the quarter pounder with cheese.
Okay. Good pull.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Third course, we're going to take a trip over to Arby's.
Wow.
I'd like the medium roast beef sandwich with the melted cheddar cheese
Yes.
on there.
Shit.
Also, a little bit of ketchup on there. Heinz ketchup, obviously, because this is America.
Please have some respect.
Absolutely. And if we're going to venture over to Burger King, I would like their fries, by the way.
Wow, that's a wild card.
I like their fries.
Rebel.
And I'd also like one of their flame grilled burgers
They are very good.
at On, though, the quarter pounder with cheese bun from McDonald's.
Okay.
Same onions and cheese on top
Got
of
it.
that. So just
The sesame seed bun.
shuffle in the sesame
Does McDonald's
seed
have the
bun.
best onions?
The quarter pounder with cheese onion.
Yeah, because the other places have.
Diggs is dying right now.
Yeah, circle onions.
Just the,
You saw that?
Yeah, I saw it. You're dying.
the
right
quarter
now.
pounder with cheese is onions is the best onions in the fast food.
Is that different from the hamburgers and like the double burgers, whatever those called?
What are they minced?
I
McDoubles?
noticed them.
Cut real
already, I'll
fine.
tell you that.
They're sliced, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like
minced.
little chunks.
Minced.
Yeah.
Chopped. They're chopped.
Yeah, like the McDouble.
They're the best.
Dude, that was a beautiful piece of work you just did
Well,
right there.
we can go.
You got dessert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the Oreo Blizzard, extra Oreo. We talked about this last time. And I'd also like an apple pie from McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You got to eat it the next day, though.
Yes, that waits out, and it's not in the fridge. That's on the counter.
Yes.
Got to eat it the next day. Yeah.
Good fuck.
Let it
Sorry,
get
I'm
ripe.
done.
Goodness.
Is it true that they put potatoes in there and not apple?
Really?
Yeah, I read that somewhere.
Really?
That they actually use potato.
We need to
and-
verify
genius.
that.
I've also heard they sugar spritz their fries
Yeah.
with sugar.
That's genius as well.
Probably.
McDonald's barbecue sauce, very good.
Ooh, the McRib.
Very good.
You a fan of the McRib?
I'm a big fan of the McRib sauce,
Oh yeah,
for sure.
it's delicious.
If they would just sell that in bottles.
I could have won that whole dollar menu from McDonald's, though. Like, honestly, I think I could have.
This is
So good.
what I'm being told.
Little 4-piece chicken nugget in there, too, man. Just a little.
Don't forget, I was behind you one time in
Yep.
a drive-through, and it was
Yeah,
just and it was him, and his bill was $22.
Yeah.
That's
you can
normal,
put it
though.
down.
What are you horsing down?
I love the McDonald's. It
Back
was a
in-
walk away from the house.
Back in the late 70s, before labeling was required on fast food products in Canada, McDonald's did use potatoes in their pies because it was cheaper. Then labeling laws changed, required them to label all contents, after which they changed the contents to apples.
Ty Schmidt, great pull.
I knew I read it somewhere.
Great pull.
Good fun.
Tell you what, probably wouldn't know the difference. You slather it up with that little cinnamon
I
sauce
agree.
they put in the
Probably
middle
like
there.
Still, yeah, it might be better.
This is-
Might be
the-
better.
So fucking good.
Maybe a little potato pie.
Potatoes are probably cheaper, right? Than apples?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe something we think about.
Yeah, maybe we think
Huh,
about
maybe-
making our own.
Here we are.
Cut that.
Apple pie pierogies? Are you kidding me?
Rosie's pierogies. Maybe give me a bacon cheddar pierogi in there too from Rosie Pierogies.
Dude, that was a great
Does
fucking
Pittsburgh have
question.
good pierogies up there?
You kidding
Are you
me?
kidding me? I slap you across the mouth right now.
I heard Chicago has better. I don't know.
This fucking guy.
Who knows?
Listen, Chicago's do have a lot of Polish. So does Pittsburgh's Polish Hill. You ever been to Polish Hill?
You know nothing about Polish Hill.
I think Chicago's built off of Polish people.
Oh, you think so? Why? Because Vince Vaughn was in one movie?
Oh, there's a lot of Polish people.
Three of the 4 weight loss challengers look miserable right now.
yeah, it's a great question. I'm fucking
starving. I'm looking at them right now. I keep looking back
I ate
and
good.
see-
I ate pizza this morning.
You're a liar. You're
Hey,
a fucking
nothing
liar.
from KFC. Does KFC stink?
So I thought about
I love
going with a
KFC.
side like
Popcorn
2-piece.
chicken.
You know what? I fucked up. Instead of going the fries, I could have went KFC mashed potatoes and gravy and just been
What I do-
just as
Not bad.
content.
What I do
Also,
is-
their potato wedges are
Okay,
amazing.
so what I do, you two are gonna love this. I order the mashed potatoes with gravy. I dip the
Dunk 'em.
potato wedges.
You
Fox, we're
sandbag, you
stopping.
son of a bitch, you.
What a move.
KFC's service is also piss poor,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's like a 20% chance that you're actually getting either one of those if you order them.
35, 40% chance of your tie.
Yeah.
Hey, did you ever gone original on one piece?
I can't do this anymore, Gorm.
Extra crispy on the other.
I've been there.
Yes,
I've been there. Gorm.
That's mean, Gorm.
Cito's there. Oh, my.
God damn it.
Need to move on.
All right. if
I'll
you-
take the basic Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Oh, it's
dude.
pretty good. Yeah.
Just the
Do
pickle.
you like surprise pickles?
What's that?
I love
they're,
them.
they're on the bottom. You don't know they're there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
surprise
yeah.
pickles.
Great way to.
You guys ever mess with Potbelly shakes? You guys ever been to Potbelly's?
No.
It's a sandwich place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chirp, chirp.
Is that only a Midwest thing, or?
Chirp, chirp.
I've seen them, so I'm sure
They're in Michigan,
They're
I know
near
that.
here.
I've been to one here.
Yeah, try shake. It's really good.
The sandwich is also solid there.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, we can go down the whole goddamn list
Yeah.
if we have to. I mean, Permanis has great sandwiches here. If we get a chance to go in there.
Buff chick is good.
Firehouse Subs has great subs if
Steak
you
and
ever get a
shake
shot to
Frisco
do
melt
it.
is in my
Steak and Shake takes a very long
does.
time, but it is good.
Their shakes are phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
I agree with that. Shake is in the name too, so I'm happy they hold up that end of the
it
bargain.
would be
Five Guys
important.
also has good shakes too.
I've never had a shake at Five
Yeah,
Guys.
they're legit.
Hey, Penn Station do anything for anyone?
So I think it's a little bland, but I will roll with their steak and cheese.
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
their
yeah.
steak and cheese, and I'll put their fries on there too because they got them handmade cut fries. I'll put the fries on there as well.
Thank you.
I do like Penn Station a little bit. Jersey Mike's not terrible.
No.
Not terrible. I think they're good. I think there's a lot of good sandwich places.
So many good sandwiches.
I'm a
The Bells is my spot.
The Bells is delicious.
The Bellas is unbelievable.
When they have bread in stock.
They don't have enough bread. But their bread is what makes their
it's incredible.
sandwich.
It's incredible.
Yeah, they have the best bread.
I'm a sandwich guy.
I don't know what kind of meat I think they use boar's head too.
Yeah, they do.
Delicious meat. Delicious.
They always say that about them boar's heads meats.
Oh, it's the best.
They're good.
Delicious meats. These weight loss guys.
Just dying right now.
Look
Just
at
dying.
Mike. Do it. Just look at Dick.
This is miserable.
I picked the fucking question. I'm the idiot.
Yeah.
True. Your hair looks good though.
Thank you.
It does look. It looks like you just came off a bender.
I feel like
Zach Galifianakis. Remember the movie Hangover when you saw Zach wake up off the floor? That's what you got going on.
I feel like
You just got done with a night with cash register on.
Hey, Chopper Bopper.
If you're a YouTube viewer, this is it for you because this is a Friday episode, which means we end with Friday Bangers from Nick Ronaldo. We love you. Keep spreading the word on both podcasts. We love you guys for doing that.
thank
We
you.
appreciate it. Can't thank you enough.
It's been a long day, but we thank you.
Later.
Day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Little help.
Long road. I think this second one.
The Boys to Men.
Wiz Khalifa, Charlie Puth.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah,
Come on,
we
Fast,
get it.
Fast and Furious did.
Hey, you know what that movie was? In a movie, unlike you. That's on me. That was on me.
It's a little mean spirit.
That was. I did not mean to.
Dark Waters,
But
ever
like,
heard of it?
as a joke, like that was sitting there.
Yeah, it
you
was.
know, and that's on me.
Well, you got a point though. Let's be honest. You know? There's movies, and there's real movies, and then there's movies.
You didn't deserve that.
You know.